Hello, everyone. This is Tom Fox back for another episode, and I'm absolutely thrilled today to have with me Rachael Carruthers. Rachael, first of all, welcome to the pod.
Thank you. Thanks.
Rachel, could you tell us your current role?
I am Patron Services staff at the library. I do adult programming. I help with the reference desk. I help patrons find books and things like that. Lots of programming.
When you say the library, could you tell us the name of the library?
The Butt-Holdsworth Memorial Library is where I work
In Kerrville, Texas.
in Kerrville, Texas.
How long have you been with the library?
I've been going on 15 years altogether with the city of Kerrville.
So I've got to meet you before on some of the outreach you've done. You have a wide variety of programs that you and the others at the library put on, but we're here today to talk about readers, writers, and books, which will be this coming Saturday on September 28th. Can you tell us?
Speakers on, we're going to have Kathleen Hudson. She's a retired Schreiner professor. She's going to be doing a talk on oral histories. We're going to have you come out and give a talk about the Hill Country author podcast that you do and the authors you work with. And Larry Morris, who's also a Hill Country author, is going to be talking about self-publishing and using tools on Amazon for publishing.
What time is the event Saturday?
We start at 10:30 and we go to about 3:30 in the afternoon.
Will there be any snacks or things to eat?
We will have snacks and we will also do a lunch from 12 to 12:30. Yeah.
So one of the things that struck me, I think this is the third one you've done,
I believe so.
and I've been to all three. What is the amount or quality of authors here we have in the Hill Country?
Oh, we have some great resources. We really do. We have great people in our community in Kerrville and outside of Kerrville, the Hill Country. I have been really lucky in building outreach with people in our community. We have had authors come in and see us. I've connected with people through programs that they've done for us. And so we've just been able to highlight different topics every year for this program. And even connecting through you and Kathleen Hudson and Larry Morris has just been a huge success. And I get lucky. I get people coming in the door that want to come do author talks, or they're looking for places to do author talks, or they're looking for writing programs. And it's just been fantastic.
So I had the opportunity to hear Larry speak before, and not only is Larry a great author writing in science fiction, but he has really perfected the art of self-publishing.
Yes, he's been very impressive. We had him out last year talking about his books per se, and a little bit about self-publishing. And we had so many questions and so many people were so interested. We have writers in our community. We have people that are interested in writing. And I think that really sparked something last year. And so I immediately asked him if he wanted to come do this talk for this event this year. And luckily enough, we were able to get everything scheduled.
Professor Hudson is also someone I have had the privilege to meet. She's one of the most interesting characters I've ever met, but she has written extensively around songwriters, music, and that whole genre of art. She's written about the Hispanic influence of that in Texas and nationally. She's probably one of the country's experts on Bob Dylan, written about him as well. What's retired Professor Hudson? She retired at the end of May. What is she going to talk about this year?
She's going to be talking about her book specifically through storytelling and oral history, and how she gathers her stories and what she does to put those books and things together, and talking about the importance of collecting our stories in our community and highlighting her books.
So one of my favorite authors in Kerrville and the Hill Country is Sky Alexander.
Yes.
And she's actually very involved with the library as well.
Yes.
And I just thoroughly enjoy her murder mysteries set, I would guess, in the 20s in New England. But it's a murder mystery. It's a dynamic of a woman leading a musicians or vaudevillian troupe with a gay man and usually two younger musicians or actors with them. And I've heard her talk about her books, but that's when it really struck me. There's just these hidden gems of talent here in Kerrville, and they're just one of us. She's working at the library
Yeah.
and writing these great books. Could you talk just a little bit about the I don't want to say literary scene, but really the authors that you interact with at the library?
It's a wide range. We have had sci-fi writers, we've had Skies come and done talks at our library, we've had, um, Christian writers, we've had just a mix of different, authors that have come in, and my goal, what no matter what somebody's writing, my goal is to really just embrace, the written word. I am so impressed with people that come in and talk about doing, that they're working on writing or writing poetry or anything like that. And that's part of what we want to embrace. We want to be a resource as the library. We want to be a resource for the people that are trying to write, that are writing and want to have a place to talk about their books. And hopefully we can fulfill that for people in our community. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, one of the things we really don't have in Kerrville is a writer's library, excuse me, a writer's bookstore. And we don't have a place where like-minded people, whether they're readers, writers, or others, can really aggregate and congregate. But we do have a library, and in many ways, I feel like you guys at the library fulfill that need in that niche. Would that be fair?
I hope that we do, and I think we do. I think we have our friends of the library is a wonderful resource for books, and our community is wonderful because we get wonderful donations from people in the public. So it's just amazing, a great cycle, whether you're coming to check out books or come check out the bookstore at our library. So yeah.
We can do an entire podcast on the Friends of the Library Bookstore because I have found, first of all, the prices are unbeatable, literally anywhere. But two, I have found just some gems there, and I think a lot of people find gems there. I got a first edition George Orwell 1984 there, and just somebody had donated it, and that's the quality of book you can get all the way down to. I'm a huge James Patterson fan, so
Yeah.
when 50 cents or a dollar, I'm buying them by the armload.
Our friends of the library, don't ask me to quote the prices because I won't remember them if I don't. But the friends of the library are a wonderful resource. They do a lot. You come down into the store down there, and it's set up how we have things in the library. We have fiction section, and they have a nonfiction, and it covers all the bases. And they do collectibles and things like that. Wide range of materials, and yeah, they're a wonderful resource.
So, what other roles do you have? You mentioned when I asked you what you did for the library, I think you said three things. Could you tell us a little bit about your other roles besides
Well,
outreach?
I think I'll just describe myself. I am there. We do community outreach. So part of what I do is community outreach. I may go out to the Doyle Center or the Dietert Center or some of the care facilities and visit there with people and give them information about the library. I'm here to promote the library in our community. And we also do homebound services. So we have some patrons that we take materials to because they're no longer able to drive places and things like that. And I help coordinate the materials for the people that we're taking things to and checking in with them on a regular basis to coordinate times and things like that. And I love to do readers advisory. So when people are coming in and they're looking for new authors to read, I like to try to track down new authors for people. A lot of work at the reference desk, which is just basic answering questions, looking up information for people. So yeah, I do a lot of programming. We do everything from multiple book clubs to craft programs, the author talks, gardening events. We collaborate with a lot of different organizations, whether we're working with the Friends of the Library on sponsoring something, or we work with the Master Gardeners, we work with the Native Plant Society. As I mentioned, we go out to the Dietert Center and the Doyle Center and different places in the community. So just lots of community building.
Tell us about the book club events that you have.
We do 6 right now, actually. We do 4 on each Thursday, the first 4 Thursdays of the month. We do the first Thursday is historical fiction. The second Thursday is our readers mix, which is just a general mix of everything. Our third Thursday is a mystery book club. Our fourth Thursday meets at the History Center, and it's on Talking Texas. So it's a Texas focus, Texas authors, Texas topics book club. On the third Wednesday of the month, we now do like a nature book club, co-sponsored with the Native Plant Society, co-run with the Native Plant Society. And so that has a lot of focus on the natural world, I guess you would say, but with a major Texas focus and hill country focus. And then we also, on the fourth Tuesday evening from 5:30 to 6:30, we do a sci-fi book club.
Does someone who wants to attend these events need to have read the book? Is it a guided sort of discussion of the book? What's the format?
It's considered like an open book club. So you don't have to have read the book if you want to come listen to the discussion. We do have the books available for the next months for people to check out. We usually carry copies of the titles in the library, and then we also offer copies that we've interlibrary loaned, and so that we usually have about 10 to 14 copies of a book for different members to check out. And then they just can check it out and come to the different book club that they're interested in, or whichever book club they're interested in.
Well, Rachel, unfortunately, we're near the end of our time for this episode. But before we leave, I wanted to ask you a couple of things. Could you reiterate to our listeners the date, time, and location of the Readers, Writers, and Books event this Saturday?
Yes, it is this Saturday. It starts at 10:30. The room will be open at 10 o'clock, though. But we start around 10:30. It is September the 28th, this Saturday, and we'll run through the day till about 3:30.
And when you say the room, where is the room?
Thank you for clarifying. That is our first floor meeting room. You can either take the elevator down to our first floor, and we have a meeting room down there, or you can come around from our parking lot, and there's a set of double glass doors around the back of the building that will get you into the meeting room as well.
If our listeners wanted to find out any more information on the Butt-Holdsworth Memorial Library, where can they go?
We do have our website, so you can do the Butt-Holdsworth Memorial Library. We have an official website there. You can also go through the city of Kerrville through the departments page, and you'll find us there as well. You can also call us at the reference desk, and that number is 830-258-1274. And I have that memorized after 15 years with the library.
Well, Rachel, thanks so much for coming down to visit with us. I look forward to seeing you and participating at the Readers, Writers, and Books event.
Thank you. I appreciate it.